Hey, boo, hey. No New Year's resolutions, no vision boards. This is what I'm doing this year for 2026. It's already December 31st here in Malaysia. And I woke up this morning thinking about this, and I just had to share this with you. Now, of course, this is me. This is how my ADHD brain works. I'm not saying you should do this, but I just wanted to run it by you in case you're feeling the pressure, right? Every January 1st, there comes all this pressure of like, okay, it's a new year, new me. I got to do this, 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 and this. And then statistically, they say by February, 80%, I think, don't quote me. Ask Google chat. Like 80% of people fall off of their New Year's resolutions. And for me, I'm just like, okay, I don't want the pressure, the disappointment, the feeling like a failure feeling again. Um, yeah, why? Why do that to ourselves? We can decide how we want to live our lives. And so this is what I'm doing this year. So number one, no waiting, right? No waiting to January 1st. Now it happens to be January 1st tomorrow. So if you wait till tomorrow, okay. But I mean, like, no waiting for next Monday, no waiting for the weekend, no waiting for next month to begin, like the first of the month, no waiting for next quarter, no more waiting. It's like, okay, I want to do something and I'm going to take action right away, right? No more waiting and putting it off because it becomes, okay, next Monday. Okay, next Monday. Okay, next Monday. And it keeps being next Monday. And that's a real good way to have the whole year pass by and never really accomplish or become the person that you really want to be. So, no more waiting. Okay, so number two is make a quick plan. I make a quick plan, I get going on it, and then I adjust as I go. So, for example, for my fitness journey, yeah, I could have waited to January 1st. I kind of, especially with the personal training, I started at the beginning of December. And I decided I was just going to start then because I wanted to get in the habit of doing it, right? And if I waited a whole month, I probably wouldn't even want to do it anymore, knowing myself. And the great thing about having a personal trainer is the accountability of showing up. But I made a quick plan. I'm like, what's the next best thing that I can do? I know I wanted to get strong and I knew that was going to require lifting some weights. So I was like, okay, get a personal trainer and just go. I didn't do a ton of research like I would do in the past. In the past, I would research for hours. I would go down all these rabbit holes, look at all these YouTube channels, read everything, ask chat, da 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 da, right? And then I would put a plan together, a beautiful, extensive plan. And at the end of that, I would feel good about myself and then never look at the plan again. Like that's how my ADHD brain works. It was enough dopamine for me just making the plan than actually doing the plan and actually getting the results. And so I said, no more planning. We're just going to, most of the time, you have a goal that you've been wanting to work towards for the longest time, right? So you kind of already know if you're honest with yourself. Oh, well, at least I had to be honest with myself. Let me make this about me. It's not about you. Sorry about that. For me, I already knew what I was supposed to do when it comes to my health, right? It's sleep, drink water, eat well, exercise. Boom. I already knew that. So it's like me researching was just going to get me confused and in a state of like analysis paralysis, right? Is what they say because there's all these conflicting voices. It's carnivore diet, it's keto diet, it's fasting, it's eating all the carbs, it's like all these different voices online. And in the past, when I've tried to do a health and wellness journey, I've definitely gotten stuck there because there's so many conflicting opinions. So, no, I knew there was at least one best step I could take, which was the movement and the weight lifting. And so I chose that and then I just ran with it. And I've been working with my personal trainer to adjust as I go. And yeah, the other thing is if I'm starting something new, like I've never done before, but I want to do it. Like, let's say if I want to become a stunt car driver, like I love driving and I love driving recklessly safely, if that makes any sense. I would have, in another life, I would be a stunt car driver. Well, I don't know anything about that. So I would have to do some research, but I would do very little research and then I would just get going. Again, I don't want to psych myself out and think I've done such a great job by just planning something and then never looking at the plan again. So that's my step two, make a quick plan and then get running with it right away and adjust as I go. My number three, that's two, Raven. That's three. My number three is I implement daily steps to get to my goal, right? So I use the word goal loosely just because sometimes having a goal again, can feel like pressure, but it's like I have to have some direction. My brain needs some direction to point at. And then I think the traditional advice is like have smart goals. It has to be specific, measurable, attainable. I think RT. I can't remember what the other ones are. Obviously, I've never done them that way. It's never worked for me. But I would put pressure on myself, like I have to lose 100 pounds in 90 days, or I have to lose 100 pounds in 30 days, something crazy, right? And it never worked for me. And what I found is just like if I do certain things to work towards a goal every day, eventually I'll hit the goal. Now that might be 30 days, that might be 100 days, that might be a year, it might be 2 years. I don't know. But the important thing is I know if I keep doing the daily steps that point me in the direction of that goal, then I'll get there eventually. So like my goal of 24% body fat, right? I'm 40% body fat right now. My goal is 24% body fat. I don't know when I'm gonna get there. It could be a year from now, it could be 2 years from now, it could be quicker than a year. Who knows? But my thing is like, okay, what's the daily steps to get there? So, to get to 24% body fat, I have to lift weights and I have to eat well. And so in my daily schedule is like, okay, I got to move my body. That's my non-negotiable. I have to move my body every day and that's what I'm doing. And so then as I'm going, like I just talked to you about the other day, okay, it's been a month of lifting weights with Armand. How is that working for me? So that's the evaluation piece, right? I'm evaluating like, is it working? Am I making progress? Have things changed? Now I've gone down by a kilo of body fat. So yeah, it's working. So that means I just need to keep going and I'm keep working. I'm moving in the right direction. I think another thing I didn't do in the past was evaluate, is what I'm doing actually working? Because you can practice excuse me, you can practice and do daily the wrong thing and you'll never get to your goal. I would never get to where I want it to be because I'm doing the wrong thing. Like if I'm eating junk food every single day, McDonald's every single day, if I know I'm not eating well for my body and I'm not working out every day, I'm not moving in the right direction. Even if I'm doing something that may seem like it's healthier, if it's not making progress, then I'm not going to get there. And so I have to evaluate, and I can either be on a weekly basis or a monthly basis, but evaluating is what I'm doing right now on the daily, getting me closer to where I want to be or who I want to become. And then also with that, I would say, I just had it, Raven. Come back. Come back. Ah, 1 second. Oh, okay. Habits, right? So the daily things, another word for it is habits. I know sometimes habits can be a word that people don't like either. I know I didn't like it in the past, but that if you're doing something every single day, then that is a habit. It becomes a habit. It's a habit. Once I get the first habit going and I'm like, okay, it's been 3 weeks, it's been 4 weeks, I've been doing this habit, I'm feeling good. Then I incorporate the next habit. So instead of me focusing on, okay, I'm going to eat well, I'm gonna sleep, I'm gonna drink all this water, I'm gonna exercise every single day for 2 hours, I'm going to do this, this, this. That's how I used to be. Oh my gosh, I would have 10 things that I'm trying to implement all at once, and I would fail horribly. Like, maybe 3 days I would get I would get into it 3 days, and then I would just give up because I'm trying to do everything so perfectly, like, get rid of all the junk food and just eat completely healthy 100%, and then go from sleeping 4 hours a night to sleeping 8 hours a night. Like, trying to go through those extremes was setting me up to never make the progress that I really wanted to see. So I don't do that anymore. The first thing that I started doing was implementing lifting weights. And then the more I lifted weights, the more I wanted to eat better because I felt that when I ate good, I lifted weights well. When I didn't eat good, oh my gosh, lifting weights was so painful. So that helped me to start, okay, eating better. Then also, I noticed when I didn't sleep well or didn't sleep enough, lifting weights was so hard. But when I slept my 8 hours, it was much easier, much more doable. I felt stronger. And so one by one, I incorporated the other habits on top of that. And that helped me start doing all the things that I need to do. So if it's too much to implement like 2 or 3 at the same time, just do one. Just start doing one thing daily to get to where you wanna go. Again, I'm talking to myself here as well. So it's not you. You probably got all this on lock anyway, so you're good to go. But yes, I'm just going to implement the one thing, make sure I have that on lock, and then implement the next best thing each time. And I'll just adjust as I go, like I said, through evaluation. Okay, step 4 is taking the time limits off. Again, this is relieving the pressure of like, I have to do this and I have to do it within a short period of time, right? And I know there are plenty of people online who have made some radical transformations in a short period of time. And if you can do that, if I could do that, I would totally do that. But everybody, brains work differently. And for my brain, putting all that pressure on myself and then feeling like a complete failure, not that I have failed, but feeling like I am a complete failure just would do me under. And then I would go spiral down and make worse choices. And I'm like, I'm not doing that anymore. So what I have decided to do is take the time limits off. Like I said, if it takes me a year to get to 24% body fat, okay. If it takes me 2 years, okay. It doesn't matter. What matters is, am I doing the daily steps that eventually get there? I know if I sleep 7 to 8 hours a night, I drink 64 ounces of water, I move every day for at least 30 minutes, and I eat well 80% of the time, I will eventually get there. I'll look up in a year or 2 years and I'll hit that goal of 24% body fat. Or I might just get to a point where I feel so good in my body, I'm just like, hey, where I am is great. I don't need to make any more changes. But the thing is at the end of that, whatever time period that is, I know I will have made progress. That I know for sure. You can't do certain things every day and not make some type of positive progress. And then the second thing I know for sure is that I will be more disciplined in the process. I'll be more disciplined in the journey, and that's what matters. And step 5 is I'm participating in community, right? Now, sometimes it takes you a while to find a good community. Not every community is the same, right? And I know I've been in communities before that were not really engaged, not really active, not really supportive, and they just didn't work for me. But when you find the right community, so try a few different ones if you want to put community in your life, then when you find the right community, it makes all the difference. I know for me, I did a health and wellness community-based program from the end of July to November. And it was on an app, and we had all this guidance and stuff. And it was nice to be able to go somewhere and talk about the challenges I was having, right? Love my family, love my friends, but sometimes they can't relate to what you're going through, whether you're building a business, working on your finances, working on your relationship. Sometimes they just can't relate, or they don't give the best advice, or honestly, sometimes they get tired of hearing you talk about the thing you're talking about. And that's okay, right? This is why we have communities. This is why we have therapists. If you need therapy, get therapy. But communities can help you in that you can be yourself, you can get support, and you also can get inspired. I know I would see people posting like the results they did, the things they tried, the things that are working, the things that are not working. And that would so inspire me, like, hey, I want to start posting some results. And that would get me moving anytime I felt like, oh, it's too hard or whatever. So definitely finding a community and being active, and not too many communities, right? I've done that in the past too. I'm like, I'm part of 20 groups and I got to do all these updates and I got to respond to people's stuff and da 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 online. And that was just way too much. It was not conducive. I was just being busy. I wasn't really making progress. And then, and if it works better for you to have in-person community, find in-person community. For me, that's what I know about myself is in-person community works the best. And then online community is the second best because it's better than not having any community at all. But in-person community is the best. So that's why I have my personal trainer, Armand. He's my in-person community. That's why I have my friends that I hang with at church. That's my in-person community. And so in-person community, for me, top notch. If you need that, find it. And then if you can't find it, online community is there for you as well. Facebook groups, as much as we hate Facebook, but Facebook groups, other private communities. A lot of people are having private communities now, so they exist. I'm a part of a couple of them, and I absolutely love them. And yeah, and then if you can't find any community, you can create community. You know that, right? You don't need to have permission from anybody to create a community. You can decide, hey, I want a community of people who I like talking about Pokemon cards. I want to collect more Pokemon cards. I want to sit around and talk about Pokemon cards. So let me find some people. And if you can't find anybody locally, you can create it and then put it out there. Like post it around online, put up some flyers and then tell people around you, like, hey, yeah, I'm starting this group for Pokemon cards and we get together this time. And yeah, and do that. You can do it. Yeah. Okay. Again, talking to myself because I'm sure you got all this on lock. Okay, that's it, right? Is that it? One second. Okay, that's it. As I said, this is what I'm doing instead of New Year's resolutions and vision boards. I just decided what I want to do. So the two main things that I want to do is work on my health, make sure my health is good, and get to that 24% body fat, right? And become a better speaker. So videos on YouTube. I wake up every day, I'm like, look, the only thing I have to do is make a video and post it and move my body. And if the rest of my day goes to hell, so be it, right? Because I got those two things done no matter what. And then usually I have much more capacity. So of course I eat better, I drink water. I'm still working on the sleep part. We've talked about that. Still working on the sleep part. Um, yeah, and as far as becoming a better speaker and making videos, I might research, something around like I just looked up yesterday Toastmaster groups in my area so that that's an in-person community where I can go and practice speaking, right? And so yeah, that is what I'm doing this year and that is how I am making daily steps towards the person that I want to become. So, I hope that was helpful. Yeah. I really wanted to talk to you about that. I hope it was helpful. If you're already doing something like this, or if SMART goals work better for you, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing to get closer to the goals that you have in your life, or the accomplishments you want, or the person you want to become? What do you do? I would love to hear that because I love learning from other people. That definitely helps, when we share with each other. So let me know. All right. Talk to you later. Ciao.